Today, we will be talking about the forgotten invention that changed the world. Baghdad Battery. The Baghdad Battery refers to a set of artifacts discovered near Baghdad, Iraq, that some have speculated to be an ancient electrical battery. It consists of a clay jar containing a copper cylinder, which encloses an iron rod, all held in place with an asphalt stopper. While it is chemically capable of generating a small electric charge when filled with an acidic liquid, archaeologists widely reject the theory that it was used as a battery. The artifacts were unearthed in 1936 during the excavation of an ancient village near Kujut Rabu, close to the former metropolis of Ctesiphon. Time period. The pottery style suggests the jars were created during the Sasanian period, 224 to 640 CE, though some earlier speculation dated them to the Parthian period, 250 BCE to 224 CE. Construction. The artifact is about 140 millimeters, 5.5 inches, tall and contains a copper cylinder surrounding a central iron rod. The top is sealed with asphalt, with the iron rod protruding out. The battery hypothesis, origin of the theory. In 1938, Wilhelm König, the director of the laboratory at the National Museum of Iraq, proposed that the jar was a galvanic cell. He believed it might have been used for electroplating precious metals, inspired by fine silver objects from the era. Modern replication, replicas filled with acidic liquids like grape juice, vinegar, or lemon juice, have successfully produced a weak electric current of around 1 to 2 volts. In 2005, the TV show Mythbusters connected several replicas in a series to generate enough voltage to electroplate a coin. Archaeological refutation and alternative theories. Archaeologists and scientists mostly dismiss the battery theory for several reasons and offer more conventional explanations. Lack of evidence for electrical use. No wires, conductors, or other electrical equipment have been found with the artifacts. For the battery to work, a connection to the copper cylinder would have been necessary, but it was sealed by asphalt. No electroplated objects. The alleged purpose of electroplating is unsubstantiated. Scientific analysis of contemporary gilded objects shows they were made using a conventional mercury gilding process, not electroplating. Inefficient design. The use of a permanent asphalt stopper would have made it very difficult to refill the acidic electrolyte needed to maintain a charge. Storage vessel theory. The most widely accepted theory among archaeologists is that the jars were storage vessels for sacred scrolls or documents. Similar jars found at nearby sites contain papyrus scrolls. The copper cylinder and iron rod may have served to hold the scrolls in place. The acidic residue found inside can be explained by the decomposition of organic material like papyrus. Other explanations, other speculative theories, include the use of the jars for some kind of electrotherapy, using acupuncture needles, or for ritualistic practices designed to shock people who touched religious idols. The original Baghdad Battery was housed in the National Museum of Iraq. Its current whereabouts are unknown. It is impossible to write a definitive, full, in-depth story about the Baghdad Battery because its true purpose and origin remain a mystery. The device's story exists primarily as a modern debate, not an ancient narrative. It can, however, be explored through historical fiction or by detailing the factual but incomplete story of its discovery and the competing theories surrounding it. on the scroll jar theory. This is the most academically supported theory and is therefore the most in-depth historical account possible, even though the specifics are fictional. The vessel of truth. In the bustling Sasanian city of Ctesiphon, the air was thick with the scent of spices and the chatter of merchants. But for the young scribe Ardashir, his world was the quiet scriptorium, a place of reverence and ink. He was a keeper of secrets, a guardian of sacred scrolls, and for his most important charge, he needed the perfect vessel. The scroll he held was a fragile, aged papyrus, containing ancient lore, a story of protection against malefic spirits. It was a secret to be preserved, not read casually. For its protection, he crafted a special jar. First, a cylinder of thin copper was rolled and placed inside a small, unassuming clay pot. This was his protective shell. Then he wrapped the fragile scroll tightly around an iron rod, securing it with fibers. This, he knew, would be the heart of the vessel. With the iron and papyrus core fitted snugly inside the copper cylinder, Ardashir poured in a special liquid, a fermented grape concoction known for its preserving qualities. He then melted black asphalt, the substance of the earth, and sealed the top, embedding the iron rod so it pierced through like a sacred needle. The vessel was complete. For centuries, the jar would stand sentinel, the copper and iron rods holding the scroll tight as they were slowly corroded by the acidic liquid, creating a silent, unnoticed chemical reaction. Ardashir's vessel was a testament to his piety, a small container holding a monumental truth, and for ages it would be mistaken for a forgotten piece of technology. Option 2, an ancient technological tale based on the battery theory. This is a fictionalized story based on the most popular, though unproven theory, the Guild of the Electrics. The artisan, Kaveh, worked not with fire and hammer, but with copper, iron, and a strange bubbling liquid. He was a member of a secret guild, the Electrics, who practiced a lost art. In a hidden workshop beneath the city, the master craftsman taught him the secret of the power jars. Kaveh learned to roll sheets of copper into a cylinder and place them inside a specially formed clay pot. He learned to forge an iron rod, perfectly straight, to be suspended within the copper. The most guarded secret was the bitter fluid, a mix of fermented fruits and special minerals. When the jar was sealed with heated bitumen, the contraption would generate a small but steady electrical charge. The Electrics used these jars not for grand feats of engineering, but for subtle, ritualistic magic. When the high priest needed to instill awe in the populace, it was Kaveh's jars, connected in a hidden series beneath the altar, that were responsible for the tingling sensation felt by anyone who touched the sacred idol. The Electrics knew it was not divine power, but science, yet they let the illusion persist for the good of the empire. As the centuries passed, the guild faded, their knowledge lost time, leaving only their enigmatic artifacts behind, still carrying the ghost of their purpose. Option 3, a modern mystery based on its 1930s rediscovery. This story focuses on the 20th century figure who brought the artifacts to modern attention. The archaeologist's enigma. The year was 1938. In the National Museum of Iraq, Assistant Director Wilhelm Koenig found himself drawn to a strange, unassuming clay pot. Unlike the grand artifacts of kings and gods, this one was a puzzle of simple components: a ceramic jar, a copper tube, and an iron rod sealed by a bitumen stopper. Koenig, a keen observer, saw something others had overlooked. He saw corrosion patterns suggesting an acidic liquid had once filled the jar. He saw a design that mirrored the very components of a primitive battery. He had also recently seen delicate, ancient silver objects with a microscopic gold film. Could they have been electroplated? The pieces clicked in his mind, and a daring new theory was born. His proposal was met with skepticism, but it captured the imagination of a world eager for lost knowledge. Koenig's jar became the Baghdad Battery, a symbol of an ancient civilization's forgotten ingenuity. Decades passed, and the debate raged on, fueling TV shows and scientific papers. The original artifact disappeared during the 2003 war, lost once more, taking its secrets with it. Yet, its legend persisted, forever a testament to a human impulse to see in the past not just what was, but what could have been. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more interesting history of our beautiful planet.